Chelsea are moving again. Not quietly, not cautiously, but with purpose, with ambition. And this time, with structure. Enzo Maresca knows what he wants. He's tasted European success with the UEFA Conference League, restored order to a fragmented squad, and pushed Chelsea back into the top four. But he's not here to protect what's already been built. He's here to go higher, to win more. And as the summer window opens wider, Chelsea are preparing to complete up to 5 major deals, both ins and outs, in what could become the most decisive transfer period since the club's ownership changed hands. The vision is sharp, the movement is deliberate, and the bookmakers are starting to take notice. According to odds from Bet365, Chelsea are leading the race for several elite targets, including one name that's already setting fire to fan conversations across social media. Alejandro Garnacho, the Manchester United winger, has long been admired at Stamford Bridge. Explosive, direct, fearless. He's everything Maresca wants in a wide attacker. And after a rocky end to his season, with Garnacho left frustrated by limited game time in the Europa League final, the door is open. Napoli are circling. European giants are sniffing around. But Chelsea are in front. Bet365 has them as short as 4-5 to sign the 21-year-old Argentine. And despite internal debates about whether another left-sided winger is needed, especially after the arrivals of Jamie Bino Gittins and João Pedro, Maresca sees Garnacho as a game-changer, someone who can carry the ball through chaos and create something from nothing. Still, not everyone is convinced. Some fans worry about his mentality, his public frustrations, his reaction under pressure. But when you watch him fly down the wing, cut inside and fire at goal with no fear, you see the kind of player Chelsea have lacked since Hazard left. Maresca wants danger, Garnacho delivers it. But Chelsea's ambitions don't stop with the wings. Up front, they're still hunting. And though much of the noise has surrounded bigger names, there's a quieter target on the radar. Hugo Ekitike. Once shortlisted alongside Liam Delap, Ekitike's name never fully disappeared from the Cobham offices. Standing at 6'2", fluid on the ball, and compared by some scouts to Alexander Isak, the Frenchman brings both style and presence. He's still only 23. And while his current club Frankfurt value him at a lofty 85 million, Chelsea haven't ruled it out, especially if Nicholas Jackson is sold. Bet365 puts Chelsea at 6-1 to land him, with Liverpool ahead at 2-1 pun. But if the dominoes fall in the right order, this deal could resurface quickly. And then there's the goalkeeper. Maresca has made it clear, Chelsea need a true number one, not a placeholder, not a rotation keeper, someone who commands the box and plays with bravery. When the move for Mike Maignan collapsed, attention turned. And now, a new name has emerged, Emiliano Martinez. The Aston Villa and Argentina hero is a walking highlight reel. Penalty saves, shouts, celebrations, gloves in the air. His energy is chaotic, but it's also electric. He's the kind of personality who could lift Stamford Bridge when games get gritty. But Chelsea's interest is cautious. He's older, his wages are high. And with PSR pressures still lingering, the Blues must be selective. Bet365 has Chelsea at 6-1 in the race, behind United and Atletico Madrid. Still, Maresca hasn't ruled it out, especially with goalkeeper priority rising on the board's list. On the flip side, the exits are beginning, and none feels heavier than Christopher Nkunku. Signed for over 50 million 2 summers ago, the French forward came in with massive expectations. Flair, intelligence, a reputation as one of Europe's most creative attackers. But it hasn't worked. Injuries, inconsistency, a system that doesn't seem to fit his natural game. He's become a Conference League rotation player in a side that's now building around Pedro and Palmer. And with offers floating from Manchester United, Arsenal, Tottenham, and even Bayern Munich, Chelsea may be ready to cut ties. Bet365 lists United as 13-8 favourites to sign him, with a stay at Chelsea slipping to 5-1 odds. It's a painful possibility, and Nkunku never caused drama. He worked, he smiled, he tried. But football is ruthless, and right now, Maresca is looking forward, not back. There are other names being watched too. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, once viewed as a strong Premier League striker, is now available on a free transfer. Chelsea were rumoured to be interested, but club sources quickly pushed back. With Pedro and Delap signed, and the forward line evolving with younger, more mobile profiles, it seems unlikely Calvert-Lewin will wear blue. Still, the odds briefly shortened to 4-6 before Newcastle re-entered the frame. The truth is, Chelsea's board are active, but this time they're not buying for chaos, they're buying for chemistry, for system fit, for evolution. The dreams of Chelsea fans have never been small. They've always been bold, built on history and fueled by hope. And after years of confusion, near misses and chaotic rebuilds, Something is finally shifting. Something is starting to feel real. And for the first time in a long time, it's because of the manager. Enzo Maresca, quiet, tactical, focused, but most importantly, clear. And now, with the summer transfer window in full swing, Chelsea fans are beginning to see something they haven't felt in years. A plan. Maresca promised change when he arrived. Not chaos, not headlines, but structure, identity. He spoke calmly at his unveiling, saying that he didn't want to build a moment. He wanted to build a club, a system, a style. Fans weren't sure at first. They had heard promises before. But Maresca didn't come with slogans. He came with vision. And now, as July unfolds, that vision is becoming visible. From the young signings to the subtle training shifts at Cobham, Chelsea supporters are seeing something beautiful. A team taking shape, built for the future, fearless, technical and united. And then, just as excitement began to rise, heartbreak hit. Again, Reece James, the captain, the soul of the club, sidelined with another injury. The news landed like a punch. No player bleeds Chelsea like Reece. No player feels the highs and lows more deeply. And for him to face yet another spell out, so close to the new season, was devastating. Inside the dressing room, teammates were silent. Palmer posted a broken heart. Trevoh Chalobah called it a nightmare. Even Maresca, usually composed, showed a rare moment of emotion in front of the cameras. "He's a leader," he said softly. "We'll carry him with us every step of the way." But even in pain, this team is refusing to collapse. In fact, they're responding with something even more powerful: unity. Behind the scenes, Maresca has reinforced what he calls a brotherhood culture. Every injury is felt by all, every setback becomes a reason to fight harder, and no one is stepping into that spirit more than the club's newest rising star, Estêvão Willian. The moment Estêvão walked into the building, things changed. Just 17 years old, but already carrying the poise of a player 10 years older. Known as Messinho, back in Brazil, he carries magic in his boots. But what's more impressive is the calm in his eyes. Since arriving, he's trained with focus, spoken with humility, and smiled like a boy living his dream. And the fans, they adore him already. Videos from Cobham show him weaving through defenders, laughing with Palmer, and finishing drills with surgical precision. He's not here to wait, he's here to grow. And the coaching staff believe he could be one of the most important young signings Chelsea have ever made. Maresca sees it too. He's already building him into the attacking drills, creating patterns that give him freedom to drift inside, isolate defenders and play without fear. And Estêvão is responding with performances that are starting to turn heads. Some say he's the most technically gifted player at the club since Eden Hazard. And while the comparisons are heavy, he's not running from them. He's leaning into the pressure. He knows what this club means. He knows what Stamford Bridge demands. With James injured, Maresca is reshaping the wing dynamic. Gusto will take more responsibility. Palmer will shift wider at times. And Estêvão, quietly but confidently, will begin to appear more often. In the final third, he may not start every match. But make no mistake, the plan is for him to rise, to learn, to shine. And as fans chant his name in pre-season friendlies, they're not just cheering a wonder kid, they're cheering hope, future, flair, a reminder that the dream is still alive. This is what Maresca is building, a team that can break lines and break hearts, a team that can survive injuries and still believe, a team that doesn't rely on one player, but moves together, fights together, and grows together.